Hello everyone and welcome to this kind of rant, kind of just rambling video where I'm going to talk to you guys about the Commander Brackets beta that just kind of got unveiled by Wizards of the Coast. I say just, but it's been a little bit. Either way, still got a lot on my mind about it and want to talk just kind of into the fucking ether of YouTube about this. So, what exactly is Commander for those of you who don't know? It's the most popular format for Magic the Gathering. It's very multiplayer and community focused. Pretty much everyone gets a deck, about 100 cards. You can only have one of each card in your deck unless it's a basic land, and you have a legendary creature who leads it. So that's pretty much all you need to know besides the fact that it is multiplayer and there are politics that you can do, like, hey, don't attack me, attack them, and you'll get something, or just, they're the threat, don't hurt me. You know. Either way, let's hop straight into the brackets. Let me explain how they work, kind of, at least, to my understanding. So, there are 5 brackets, with the first bracket being titled Exhibition. I like to call this Goofy. This is the kind of just weird decks. So it's your ultra casual commander deck is what they say it is. Pretty much if you're doing something silly like I'm running goat tribal and I only run goats, or my example, turtle tribal, because all the turtles are terrible in this game. But you know, it's turtle tribal, so you gotta run all of them. And here are some restrictions for it. There's no mass land denial or extra turns, so no extra turns, no wipe your entire board. Cool. No 2-card infinite combos. Yeah, those exist. But, yeah, you typically don't have those in casual decks. No game changers. Not the Dropout show, something completely different. We'll get to them after I explain every bracket. And then a few tutors. So what does few tutors mean? Effectively, while it's not some of the game changer tutors, you can run I would say maybe 1 to 2, and it's stuff like Solve the Equation, or Worldly Tutor, or Gamble, I guess, because they aren't on game changers. Either way, we'll keep going. 2 is the core. This is your average current pre-constructed deck. Very big emphasis on current. Some of the older ones definitely don't hold up, and would be put in number 1 nowadays. However, it's pretty much the same thing except for you can have extra turns, but you can't chain them. So you can't say cast Time Warp, give it flashback, cast Time Warp again, and just keep taking multiple and multiple extra turns. But besides that, everything's the exact same. This is kind of just a step up. You're still trying to win, but you aren't just there for the silly goofs and gaffs. Number 1, I would say, is definitely we're not trying to win. We're just trying to be goofy and have fun with it. Number 3 is upgraded. It's kind of a good signifier, I would say, here's where things get a little different. Still no mass land destruction, still no chaining extra turns. However, you can have some late game 2-card infinite combos. So something that would be like a 2-card infinite combo that's late game in my mind is Omniscience, Enter the Infinite, where they're 10 and 12 CMC respectively. I mean, Omniscience lets you cast it for free, so that whatever, doesn't matter. I would say that's a late game 2-card infinite. Well, not infinite. That's just a late game 2-card combo, not infinite. What the hell am I saying? Either way, it's late game infinite combos are fine. But here's where something gets weird. You can have 3 game changers. Ooh. Yeah, we'll get there. I promise. All right. Then there's Optimized. Optimized is high power commander, time to go wild, build with no restrictions other than the ban list. Crazy. But then there's one after this. What's that? Well, that's CEDH, Competitive Commander. So it's a high power with a very competitive and metagame focused mindset. So how will I know if my deck's a CEDH deck or just optimized? The trick is, you will know if you are building CEDH. If you have to ask the question, am I building a CEDH deck? You are not building a CEDH deck. That's just completely true. Having built Optimized and CEDH, it's such a different like beast that it's kind of crazy. However, there are a couple of changes I do, but we'll again get to that later. But now it's time for the game changers. So this is a list of cards that both the kind of lead of the Commander panel, as well as Wizards of the Coast and the Commander Advisory Group, have all kind of gathered, I should say. There's about 40 cards here. Personally, I think that this list is just not deep enough, but we'll get there. Let's just go over what cards there are. You'll see them here. I'm just going to quickly run through them. If you don't understand what they do, it's fine. Drannith Magistrate, it's a stacks piece. It makes people not get to play the game to their full potential. Enlightened Tutor, go search your deck for anything, for like artifact or enchantment, 1 mana, good. Serra Sanctum, taps for white mana equal to the number of enchantments you have, really good. Smothering Tithe, makes treasures when people draw cards, good. Trouble in Pairs. Your opponents do things and you get stuff. That's effectively what the card says. It sucks. I don't like that card. Cyclonic Rift, bounce everything. Expropriate, multiple turns. Force of Will and Fierce Guardianship are just free counterspells. Ristic Study, oh, do you pay the 1? Do you pay the 1? Yeah, every single spell you cast, if you don't pay 1 extra, draw a card. Thassa's Oracle, fuck this card. Moving on. Urza, Lord High Artificer, very strong artifact commander. Mystical Tutor, Enlightened Tutor, but for instant and sorceries. Jin-Gitaxias, a 10 mana creature that doesn't instantly win you the game. Curious. Bolas's Citadel, 6 mana card that can instantly win you the game. Demonic Tutor, 2 mana, find a card. Like any card. Imperial Seal, 1 mana, find any card. Opposition Agent, fuck you, you don't get to search your library anymore. Turgid, all your stuff, it's my stuff. Vampiric Tutor, 1 mana, find anything, just MCO but faster. Ad Nauseam. This one's weird. You pretty much get to take as many cards as you want, but you lose life equal to the total mana cost of all those cards. So most people running this are CEDH, we'll be real. Jessica's Will, one of the best red cards ever made. Underworld Breach, right up there with it. Green, Survival of the Fittest. Discard a creature card, find any other creature card. Vorinclex, land denial, but it doesn't blow them up. Gaia's Cradle, tap, add green for every creature you control. Pretty good. Kinnan, infinite mana outlet. Very good card. Big boys. Yuriko, annoying ninja. Winota, annoying warrior. Grand Arbiter Augustine, I get discounts. All your prices are raised, though. That's about it. Ancient Tomb, accelerates your mana. Chrome Mox accelerates your mana. The One Ring, a design mistake. The Tabernacle at Pendrell Vale. I'll be honest, I've never actually fought this card in the game. Never once fought this card. Either way, Trinosphere, stacks piece. Grid Monolith, it's combo piece, infinite mana. Ritual, cool. Lion's Eye Diamond, combo piece, fast mana. Mox Diamond, fast mana. Mana Vault, fast mana. Glacial Chasm, stacks piece. Cool. If you need more explanation or anything like that, I don't know, call your local Magic friend. They'll tell you. Now, here's why I think this system actually works really well. As someone who has worked at a game store for a couple of years, I think this is great for us in a game store. We're able to more accurately pair people up depending on what decks they have and what they want to like play. CEDH, we would always kind of, put to the side, but now we have a place for optimized decks that isn't just you're going to stomp everybody or you're going to get stomped in CEDH. Now we have a place for that. We have a place for upgraded people or upgraded decks. Jeez. Some core, like the pre-con section and the exhibition section. Now, of course, I think that there is overlap that you can do. Like, I think people playing with number 1 and number 2 decks can realistically sit in the game. 2 and 3 is a little bit more lopsided, but that can be done. In 3 and 4, you probably want to separate them out, but it's fine if, like, you do, like, half and half, maybe. I still think if you get everybody in those groups, in those brackets, you're great. But a little bit of overlap is fine, mostly as you're at the lower end of the spectrum in Exhibition and Core. Now, here's why these actually don't work too well, and it's the same issue every commander group in an LGS will have. And it's bad faith actors. Here's the thing. You're never going to get rid of them. There's not a system that can fix this. If someone walks in saying, oh yeah, I just have a slightly upgraded precon, gets put in the 3s, and they're playing some of the most broken shit you've ever seen, but it's technically not CEDH, so it'd be in 4? Yeah, that's a problem. That's something that's bullshit. That's why bad faith actors ruin everything. But, again, there's not much you can do about that. And I think that this system does work on the other level of cons, LGSs, and everything, and just having an easy conversation. However, what if you just play at home with your friends? Oh, this means nothing to you. This is just official, like, wizard stuff. If you're playing kitchen table magic, motherfucker, you don't have to even follow the goddamn ban list. Do whatever you want. Now, here's some issues I do have with each bracket itself. Number 1, I would just call it like goofy or super casual or something like that. Ultra casual, if you will, using your own thing. Calling it exhibition is kind of weird. I don't like that. I would also say you should just change some of the wording here. Few tutors, say 1 to 2. Core, I would say you could have 2 to 3. And then we'll get to game changers. Upgraded doesn't even mention tutors, which is pretty good, but expand upon the late game 2-card combos a bit. Like, give a list. Give a list of some like examples for late game 2-card combos, because you have early game and late game. Just come on. Optimized and CEDH, honestly, I think that's fine. We probably could have a 6th bracket. I'd probably put it in between upgraded and optimized. I think the only thing I would change is maybe increase the game changers slightly. Remove the mass land destruction. Keep late game 2-card infinite combos, but also put no early win conditions. What I mean by that is Thassa's Oracle, Demonic Consultation. Stuff like that. It's just a little bit more clear for people. I know you probably don't want to have more brackets than we already have, but I think that would be a good idea. I could be wrong about that. Alright, let's go on to the biggest issue with this entire list, and it's game changers. If you can't tell, I don't like the game changers list. I don't think it represents everything well. I think this is a okay start, but it definitely doesn't hit some of the problems, and there are some clear omissions. Okay, I think we'll start with cards that really just shouldn't even be on here. I'm gonna keep it real. Why the fuck is Jin Gataxias on here? Oh, well, he's really good. He has flash, and then I have to discard my entire hand? Motherfucker. He is 10 mana. 10. And you can kill him in response. Oh no! Jin's hit the table right before my draw step. What am I gonna do? In response to moving to my draw step, Swords to Plowshares, Path to Exile, Infernal Grasps, Murder. Literally any removal spell. And he's gone. You don't have to worry about him anymore. Like, he shouldn't be here. I'd argue Vorinclex shouldn't either. He's not that great. Like, but you have to have the mana to, like, actually do it. Cool. I tap one of my planes and I exile him. Or 2 swamps and I kill him. And then he's gone. But, like, what if they're reanimation targets? Cool. Again, the removal spells are 1 to 2 CMC. If you don't have 1 to 2 mana, you aren't even playing the game at that point, dog. So, I think those 2 specifically could probably be taken off. Looking at all the other ones, I'm not too bothered by some of these. But then there's the omissions. So, Vampiric, Enlightened, and Mystical Tutor are all part of a cycle. The others being Worldly Tutor, which does, you know, the tutor thing but for creatures, and Gamble. which is a one. So again, it's 1 mana. It's part of the cycle, and you get a card from your deck, but then you discard a card at random. Even though the card you discard could be the card you tutored for, it is better than all the others because it actually puts it into your hand and not on top of your library. Now, it isn't instant speed, fair, but again, I think it's fine. We're also missing some Moxen on the colorless spectrum. I get that Mox Opal? I think, yeah, Mox Opal. Mox Opal's the one with Metalcraft, right? Shit, okay, hold on. Side quest, I'm searching it up. If I just search up Mox, it is Mox Opal. Yeah, it's Mox Opal. I am correct there. I think Mox Opal should be on there, mostly because if you aren't running that in an average deck, you are running it to be very, very powerful. I think putting it on here just accentuates that. And then there's, Demonic Consultation should be on here. I think Tainted Pact could fit on here just fine as well. And just, I feel like I know what they're going to do with this, and they're going to try and remove some cards on the ban list and put it on here. However, there are cards on the ban list I don't even think should be on this list. Like, I'll be real, Primeval Titan is not good enough to be a game changer anymore. It shouldn't even be on the ban list. Rathalos shouldn't be on the ban list. Coalition Victory should not be on the ban list. Like, I had an entire video, by the way, about the ban list before this. I just kind of lost interest and didn't want to finish the video, I'll be real. But, like, God, there's just so much wrong here. With this list specifically, there should be more here. And honestly, I would have started by removing some stuff off the ban list. And I can already tell, because prices have jumped, that people are thinking Jeweled Lotus, Mana Crypt, and Dockside Extortionist might just be put on Game Changers. If that fucking Goblin gets put on Game Changers, I'm going to be pissed. Dockside needs to be banned. That one's completely warranted. Mana Crypt and Jeweled Lotus are most likely coming off. And just as a final little side note here, why the fuck is Sol Ring not a game changer? It should be, by all metrics, but they're too fucking scared to say shit about Sol Ring. Because there has been a community, like, little divide in there being like, Sol Ring should be banned. Sol Ring's fine. I think both sides agree it's a fucking game changer at least, but then that doesn't work with your bracket system, so how the fuck do you do that? Cool. You wanna know how you do it? One game changer, one game changer, one game changer. Or no, just 1 and 1 game changer for Exhibition and Core. That way, boom, you have Sol Ring can be your 1 game changer for each deck. Done. God, I hate that entire debate. Because it should be held to the same standard, but it isn't because they just want to make an exception. And if you're making exceptions, nothing even matters. I mean, either way, this the entire bracket system doesn't matter if you're playing at home with friends. Like, genuinely, if you're, like, stomping on your friends, it's not like you're in a public setting. They can beat you up for doing that. Now I just have the image of my friends beating the shit out of me because I pulled out Corvold again. Either way, I guess for final notes here, fuck Thassa's Oracle. That card should be banned. I think it's lame. Creator of Behemoth should probably also be on Game Changers, and I think that's all my thoughts, really. Again, this is kind of just a rambling, kind of chaos video, where I kind of just say what comes to mind and go from there, and I had like a couple of notes next to me. God knows if I actually touched on everything, because I don't even think I did. Either way, if you've made it this far, thank you for watching, I guess. I hope you enjoyed the TCG shop sim in the background. I think I pulled like $1,000 card at some point. But yeah, thank you for, thanks for watching. Peace out, y'all.